Hi folks, Rich here from Create Waterloo, and this is our final week of drums. We're going to be learning the entire song today, and we're going to be playing it together at our full tempo, which is 140 BPM. So we have two sections in this piece that we need to learn some new material. Basically they are transitions in order to put the entire piece together. So the first transition is at the end of the chorus. We actually have added an extra measure just to make it easier to get back into the verses. So what's going to happen, as you've already have learned in our chorus for the drums, we basically have at the end of, we have the ooh section where we're basically doing this. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to add a measure where we crash on one, and then on beat 4 we just hit ourselves a big shot on beat 4. In this case I actually played a flam. If you're familiar with flams, it's basically just an embellished quarter note. So the idea of this is it transitions then directly into our verses. So I'm going to play the chorus with you and show you how that extra measure fits into the chorus. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. So that's basically where the chorus kicks back in. Fairly straightforward, I think. So basically just adding that extra measure, we just hit on 1, and then we enter back in on beat 4. Verses. Okay, so for the final We Are Waterloo chorus, we're going to switch into a halftime feel on the repeat of the We Are Waterloo. Except for this time we're going to actually remove the ooh ooh oohs. So we go, we are Waterloo, we are Waterloo in straight time. Then we repeat it again, we are, but this time we go into halftime. And we're going to finish the ooh ooh oohs after that. And this time around, there's going to be just cymbal and bass drum. So we're going to go, and that's going to be the final conclusion of the piece. So there's no snare drum in that. Okay, so let's have a listen to how this sounds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are Waterloo. 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 Okay, so I'm going to play the entire piece in its full version here without singing or talking, and I'll just insert some text to help with knowing what sections are happening at the time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's it, top to bottom. Stay tuned for more information on the hand drum as well as the found sounds. Okay, so for this section, we're going to look at the hand drum section to accompany the We Are Waterloo. And as noted in the drum set section, there are two transitions that we just want to cover before we do the full version of the piece. Now, the first transition comes out of the chorus into the verses 1. And what we've done is we've basically added an extra measure just as a transition measure. Okay, so here's how this chorus goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. 2, 3. And then it goes basically into the verse right there. So that's transition number 1. The other new thing that we want to look at is our halftime feel. And so this is going to come at the very end of the song. So we have the We Are Waterloo chorus comes back. We sing that twice. Then on the third time through, instead of going ooh, 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 we return back to doing a We Are Waterloo. But this time the drums start doing halftime. So for the halftime feel in the hand drum, we're going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So in essence, we go, basically we start playing on the low sound and the high sound on 1 and 3 for 2 full measures. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you still just continue that rhythm all the way through to the end of the phrase. Let's try this whole, just the full chorus at the very end. 1, 2, here we go. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are halftime. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do a full performance of the piece without any singing or talking. And I'll add some text in the videos in order to help you understand what section you're in. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for our found sound sections, we just want to talk a little bit about the transitions going from the end of the chorus into our verses. So as per the previous sections of this video, we have added an extra measure just as a transition measure to allow us to get the pickup for the actual verses lyrics. So in this particular case, all we're going to do is we're going to strike our, whatever the snare drum sound is, you're going to strike that with a cymbal, which whatever your cymbal sound is going to be, on 1, and then you're going to hit beat 4 back on your snare drum. And so it's going to sound like this. So we'll go right from the top of the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. And that would be basically where the verses start. Okay, does that make sense? So then at the very end, we are going into a halftime feel. So we're going to repeat the We Are Waterloo twice, and then on the third time through, we skip the oohs, but we actually stay in the We Are Waterloo lyric, but this time we're going into a halftime feel with the drums. So basically what you're going to do is keep the hi-hat sound going, and you're going to just play the bass drum to the snare with your other hand. So it's going to sound, so the normal rhythm is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and okay, so let's try this. So basically we're taking it right from the very end of the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. Okay, so I'm going to basically play from top to bottom the whole way through the piece, but I won't do any singing or talking through this. I'll just basically play it as is, and I'll add some text into the video to help you along. 1, 2, 1. And that's it. Okay, folks, so thanks again for tuning in. Please select whatever instrument you want to play on, whether it's drum set, hand drum, or some type of found sound arrangement. This is our final video. This is our final teaching of the videos. So next week, we're going to be looking at how to submit. And so there won't be any new music next week. The final video is due on September 12th, which is a Saturday. And we will be doing a showing of the video at the end of the month in September, with that date will be soon announced. So thanks again for listening, and always remember, stay creative, for we are Waterloo.